All right, guys, are you tired of hitting chip shots like this and like this, and it's absolutely destroying your round? Well, short game makes up over 60% of the shots you take in a round of golf, and you're not practicing it enough. Well, today I'm gonna show you simple basics and setup, and I'm gonna teach you how to make ball first contact every single time and help you shoot a lot lower scores out on the course. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video where I give you a bonus drill. This is my favorite drill that anybody could do, whether it's full swing or chipping specifically. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications so you know when the next video is coming. Okay, so first let's go over what you might be doing on the course and what I see every day in person and online lessons. This morning alone, I just gave 3 clinics on short game and everyone asked me the same question. I just keep chunking it, I keep thinning it over the green. What do I need to do? Well, it all starts with setup. If we can get the setup down, I guarantee you're gonna shoot a lot lower scores. So what do I see everyone come in with, and I saw in my clinic today, I see people get in here like they're set up for a 7-iron. Feet are wide, the butt of the club is pointed below their belt buckle, they have the toe up in the air, and they're set up like this. And what do they do all the time? They hit behind it, right? They hit it low left and they hit it over the green, right? So we're gonna talk about how we're gonna fix that setup. So what do we see the best players in the world do? Well, they have their feet much closer. So a good rule of thumb I like to go off of, I wanna see your feet 2 to 3 club heads apart. And then from there, I want you to just allow your arms to hang naturally. We're just gonna talk about a basic chip shot, not high, not low, just basic, right? So we allow the arms to hang. From there, I do want you to feel in the setup, right, a touch more pressure on your front foot to start the swing, right? So you're gonna start with a little bit more pressure there. My hands are hanging naturally. A question I get asked all the time, are my hands forward like this or are they back like this? Well, they should be forward just a little bit. I don't think you should ever have the handle back here. So when you set up, allow the arms to hang naturally. Feel like the club is almost working up through your collarbone. If you have a logo on your shirt here, something as a reference. And then from there, we're in a lot better position to go. One thing I would like to see as well, I talked about the butt of the club pointing below your belt buckle. I want you to feel like you get much closer to it and you feel like the butt of the club is pointing up towards your belly button or even higher. This gets the heel off the ground, it gets the toe more in the ground, and we're gonna make a lot better contact that way. It's gonna allow us to make much more ball first contact, and everyone should just do this, so trust me. So we're gonna get set up here. My feet are 2 to 3 club heads apart. I have the handle much higher. From here, I'm in a much better position to make a better move, right? So now we're gonna talk about the understanding of what our feet are doing, right? So some people want you to keep all your weight on your front foot. Some people say there should be more weight in the right foot at the top of the backswing. So I'm gonna talk about what you should be doing and how you should apply it to your golf swing. All right, guys, so let's talk about, should you keep all your weight on your front foot? Should you move it back to your right foot and then back to your left? So what do I think is the best way to chip if you're at a high level? I think your pressure is going to move from your left to your right. So what I mean by that, I feel like as the club ascends, you are gonna have more pressure into your right foot, at least momentarily, but then it's gonna go to your left very quickly, okay? So I do believe in the pressure moving from your left foot to your right foot, just looking at force plate data and everything like that. Now, what I will say is for the everyday golfer or beginner golfer, so this morning, like I was saying, I had some clinics. All 3 were essentially beginner clinics. What I think is a simple way to help people learn to hit a chip shot and make ball first contact, I think what I'd like to teach them to do is essentially they're gonna get set up in the position we just got through. As they take the club back, I actually want them to increase pressure on their lead foot. Not a ton, I don't want them getting way over here. Let's say we start at 55. I want you to increase it to 60 or 65. I want you to get on the left side and I want you to stay on the left side. A good way to think about this is my buttons on my shirt or my mic here, I wanna feel like at setup, my mic is slightly in front of this golf ball, and I wanna feel like by the time I get to impact, my mic is another inch or 2 in front of the golf ball. So I'm increasing my pressure that way. This is the drill, I think, this is the way I think almost any beginner golfer should at least learn. What's gonna happen is you are gonna push into your right a little bit. It's not gonna all be on your left. That's just the feeling we wanna create, feel versus real, what's actually happening if I put you on force plates. So what I'd want you to do, we get in our setup position that we already went over, handle's a little higher. I have 55% on my lead foot. As I take the club back, I'm gonna increase pressure. I'm gonna feel like my sternum, the buttons on my shirt, my mic get slightly in front of the golf ball, and then I turn through and stay on the lead side. I don't, again, wanna feel like my mic or my pressure falls back too much as I'm descending into the golf ball. What do I mean by that? See this all the time, people try to help the golf ball up. As they come down, maybe they stayed forward. As they come down, they fall back this way. I don't wanna see that happen. I want you to stay forward and just stay over there, right? That's gonna help you make much better contact. So again, we'll hit one here. So I'm set up, right? 55% here. I'm gonna feel like as the club goes back, I stay forward and then stay forward on the way through. So here we go. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna talk about the pressure moving from your left to your right foot. So I think really good golfers, right? Good golfers, college, high school that I've taught, professional, I think they do, and I know I've seen it. They push from their left foot to the right foot in the chipping motion. So you can actually see it on some chip shots of mine on my social medias. You can actually see as I take the club away, my left foot kind of picks up, like I pick my toe up or I pick my heel up. I pick part of my left foot up and I push into my right. But what I do a really good job of is as I do that, yes, I go back into my right, but before my hands start down, I push back into my left, so I fall left. I have the sensation of, as I take it back, yes, it pushes into my right, but then before the club starts down, I'm already falling left. I'm feeling like I'm falling this way or towards my target. And what don't you want to feel when you're trying this? You don't want to feel like as you're getting this falling sensation that your hip does this. You want to feel like almost your lead shoulder is working down a little bit. So as I take the club back, I push into my right. Before the club starts down, I go this way, so I feel my left shoulder drive down, and then I stand up through the shot. We'll get into that a little bit more, but this is me working from my left to my right foot. I think that's imperative to hitting really good golf shots at an elite level. I don't think the pressure stays on one part of your foot the entire time based off the data I've seen and the players I've coached. So again, we're not doing this crazy pressure shift from right to left, right? It's very minimal, right? But we will see as the club is ascending, we're gonna see pressure on the right. And then before the club starts its downswing, I'm gonna push back left and get left early. That's the feel I wanna create. So wherever you're at, I'd pick one of those pathways and go with it. Now I'm gonna start to get in some drills that no matter what pathway you choose, you can use, okay? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna talk about is wrist angles on the takeaway. So I have this training aid here, and what I'm gonna feel like I do is I put my right wrist in extension. So what do I see everyone do on a daily basis? As they take the club back, it goes back low, and then their wrist goes in, essentially their lead wrist goes into cupping and their trail wrist goes into more of a bowed position. What the best players in the world do, and I'll put that up here, Jordan Spieth's a great example. There's tons of good examples I'll put up here. But what I want you to feel like on the takeaway, I want you to feel like you keep this right wrist, right, in extension. I don't want you to feel like the right wrist goes into flexion. So right wrist stays in extension, and then we move forward from there. We don't, again, want to feel like the takeaway. As I take this thing away, my lead wrist cups, and my right wrist goes into more flexion. We want to feel like on the takeaway, my lead wrist almost stays flat or goes a little flexed, and then my right wrist goes into more extension. We're trying to create this angle, okay? That's what we're looking to do. I don't want the wrist doing this. I need the wrist back more in this position. So again, as I take the club back, we're gonna try to feel like we keep it here and turn through the shot. I don't want to feel like as I come down, I lose this angle that I'm trying to create or this extension of the right wrist. I want to feel like I maintain that throughout the entire swing, and I want to finish here and hold this. So if I go and hit this one, I'm actually gonna do a little hold draw or hold off my finish. So I'm set up here, extension here, and then I hold it, right? Wasn't the greatest shot I hit in the world, but I held my finish. I kept myself in extension. That's what I'm trying to accomplish here. All right, guys, so as we roll into part 2 of this, if you've seen my other videos, you know I've talked a lot about the arm structure. So the arm structure is super important, not only in the full swing, but also in chipping. So I just talked about the wrist structure and getting the right wrist more into extension. So now I'm gonna use the Gravity Fit band, the yellow one, to help with my extension. So what I talked about in one of my previous videos was creating the extension in the arms. So what I want you to feel like you do when you get set up for the chip shot, you want to feel like both arms and your shoulders make a pizza slice, right? So if I stand here, I want you to feel like there's a pizza slice. What I want you to feel like you do, you rock the pizza slice back and you rock the pizza slice forward. We don't want to feel like we break the pizza slice because, well, we want to eat it afterwards, right? So I want you to feel like we have our pizza slice intact here. Yes, my right wrist can still go into extension like I just talked about. And then as I swing down, I keep the pizza slice intact and I swing through. The feeling this Gravity Fit really gives me, and why I think it's one of the best training aids, is that you can actually feel like on the takeaway, you increase the tension as you go back rather than folding the arms, which is kind of a death move in the golf swing. So feeling like as you take the club back, you increase pressure to keep the pizza slice, and then you increase pressure on the way through to keep the pizza slice. And yes, I can still get my right wrist into extension as I take the club back. That's gonna get in a really good position. So again, I'm gonna get set up here. I have my arms extended, I have my pizza slice here. I'm gonna feel like I rock the pizza slice back, rock the pizza slice forward while keeping my right wrist into extension. So one more thing to talk about with this Gravity Fit band, I want you to feel like when you're creating this extension on the way down, right, and you're extending the arms on the way down, you actually have to feel like you move up through the shot, because if we extend these arms and then our head also goes down, we're gonna hit the ground way back here, whether you stay forward or not. So as you're hitting this shot, I want you to feel like you stay tall, right? you keep the arms extended, and then your body moves away from the ground. I want you to avoid the ground with your body, right? But you need to send your arms down. That's where the extension comes in. If you're someone that looks like this, as you go down, you pull the arms up, right? That's someone who tops the ball. If you're someone like that, the second you go to extend these lead arms, what you're gonna start doing is hitting back here. It's because you didn't fix the issue of your head and your body moving down too much. Where does that commonly occur from the down the line perspective? What you're gonna see is as the transition starts down, the right knee kicks forward like this, moves their weight, moves them down, moves their pressure back, and makes them hit back here. So this right knee, we almost wanna isolate it. So at setup, we have our pizza slice. We're gonna feel like our right knee is almost in like a metal brace. And the only thing it can do is move up. It can't flex down. So as you get set up here, as I take the club back, I don't want to feel like the right knee moves down. If anything, it can only move up. So I want to extend my arms to get the club back to the ground, but I want to move my body up to avoid the ground. It's kind of two opposite things happening here. So I'm here, I'm going to feel like my right leg is in a brace and it can't go anywhere. I have my pizza slice, and then I'm going to take my right wrist into extension. Okay, so now this is the drill before my bonus drill that I think anybody can do in the full swing or in the short game. But real quick, we're gonna do one more drill. I call this like the cushion drill. I don't know, it's not a push-off drill. So I don't want you feeling like you're pushing off your right leg. It's a cushion drill. Okay, so I have this little thing. It's actually a George Genkas training aid from the Shallower. So I'm gonna get set up in here. I'm gonna take my stance, and my foot, I'm gonna turn my foot like this. I don't wanna turn my foot like up like this. I'm gonna turn it in so the weight goes on the inner part of my foot. Then I'm gonna put this cushion under there, and I'm only gonna stand on half the cushion. And the feeling here is not that I want you to push off of it. It's that I want you to relieve the pressure from the cushion. So what do I not want to see you do? As you take the club back, squish the cushion. And then as you come down, keep the cushion squished and swing through. I want you to feel like as the club goes back, okay, maybe a little pressure applies to the cushion, but then as the downswing occurs, we relieve that cushion and we swing through. Imagine it's a balloon like ready to pop, right? We want to feel like on the downswing, we relieve that pressure so it doesn't pop on us. So again, I'm not trying to get you to push off this. I'm just trying to get you to relieve the pressure by moving left early. And we can do that again by feeling like as the club moves back, we move a little left, feel our left shoulder move down. Again, don't feel like as you pump down, you push off with this right leg. It's not going to put you in a good spot, right? It's not a push off drill. It's to relieve the pressure. So I'm here, I'm going to get set up. I'm going to feel like as the club comes down, I move left and relieve the pressure off that cushion. All right, so I want to give you some options. So if you don't have a cushion, all you need is another golf ball. So go ahead and take your stance, get set up, and then what you're going to do, you're going to bring this golf ball in, you're going to pick your foot up, and then you're going to squish the golf ball about halfway into the ground. Halfway in the ground, right? Then you're going to stand on it again. We're standing on half the golf ball to turn our foot in. We don't want to feel like we're standing on top of it, our heels on it. It's kind of up by the balls of our feet, angling our foot in. And again, you're really gonna feel it with this one. You wanna feel like as the club comes down, you relieve the pressure off that foot. You're really gonna feel it in there. You don't wanna feel like you increase the pressure or push this golf ball further in the ground. It's gonna get you in a bad spot. So again, we're set up here. As the club comes down, right, I'm gonna move left, club comes down, and I'm gonna relieve the pressure. So just another option if you don't have a cushion like that. All right, guys, so it's time for the bonus drill. This is one you can use in the full swing, you can use in short game. This is one of the best drills ever. You've probably seen it, it's the towel drill. This is one of the best drills that anybody can do. So you're gonna grab a towel, and about a club head away, you're gonna set this towel down. So what are we working on here? So now that we have the towel set up, it's about a club head away. What are we working on here? It's a concept called low point. So what's the problem everyone runs into? As the club comes down, they hit back here, right? Even if you're someone who thins the golf ball over the green, right, your low point's still happening too far back. So we have to shift that forward and we have to see the results. So you put the towel down. How far you put it away from your golf ball just depends on how hard you want to make it on yourself. So I'm going to get set up in here, my handle's high, just like in all that. And then what I'm going to feel like I do, I need to really feel like I get forward, right? As the club goes down, right? I need to get forward so I avoid hitting way back here or thinning it over the green. So it's super simple. You're just trying to make contact after the towel and avoid hitting the towel. A fun way to do this is just take some practice swings, kind of going back and forth, and just kind of see how my feet are picking up. So that's me pushing from one foot to the other foot. And that's gonna push my pressure from one side to the other side. So as I get set up here, a fun drill is just push from here, push back, and just get the club swinging and trying to make contact after the towel. So it's a super simple drill that anybody can use in their full swing, and especially in short game. In the full swing, you might want to feel like the towel's a little further away, at least to start, because it can get really difficult. So again, we're going to get set up here. I'm going to take some swings back and forth, pushing from one foot to the other foot, right? Trying to hit after the towel. And then I'm going to set up and I'm going to try to hit some simple shots, just avoiding the towel and making ball first contact. All right guys, thanks for watching today's video. You should have gotten an understanding, whether you're a beginner or a really advanced golfer, of what you need to do to shave shots off your score. Again, short game makes up over 60% of the shots we take around, putting and chipping combined. We need to be better there. You need to practice it more and follow these steps that I detailed in the video earlier, and I guarantee your score is gonna drop. If you're someone who's interested in working with me in person or online, click the form in the description below and we can start working together. I look forward to seeing all of you guys there. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications so you know when the next videos come.